A simple DevOps project. So requirement CI/CD pipeline system. So what is that, guys? A simple DevOps project requirement CI/CD pipeline system. What we need, guys, we need a Git local version control system and GitHub as a distributed version control system. Jenkins continuous integration tool, Maven build tool, Ansible configuration management tool and deployment tool, Docker containerization. So Docker containerization, Kubernetes as a container management tool. Container management tool. We need these, right? For the CI/CD pipeline system, we need a requirement Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Docker. Yes, right. So we already installed the Ansible, we already installed the Docker. So we need to install the Jenkins and Maven. Right, guys? Maven, I will tell you, no worries. So it's a simple one. Jenkins. So how you can install the Jenkins, guys? We can install the Jenkins in the one EC2 instance. Guys, one EC2 instance. EC2 instance. So we can install the Jenkins in here. So we can install the Jenkins. So install the Jenkins. Okay. So once you install the Jenkins, so we can uh, so we can use the URL and we can create the jobs. I will show you guys. So something like so this is right. Jenkins dashboard. We have a Jenkins dashboard. So for example, images. Yeah, it's look like, guys. So first we need to log into the same. So welcome to the Jenkins. So once you logged into that, so this is the same like so we can create the a job. So welcome to the jobs. Create a new jobs. I already told, right? So everything will be a job. Everything will be a job. So how to install the Jenkins? I will tell you, guys. No worries. Yeah, sample DevOps project, something like so what is that, guys? So from the GitHub, so we can check in the code through the continuous build. So continuous build and continuous delivery. So through the Ansible, so we can deploy the Kubernetes through the Docker image, push Docker image, pull from the Docker. Guys, understood? So what he will do, Jenkins will do the continuous integration, continuous deployment. Continuous integration. And so what do we cover in this course? So build and deploy on the Tomcat server. Build and deploy on the Tomcat server. Set up CI/CD with GitHub. Yes, set up CI/CD with the GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, and Tomcat. So how you can set up? So we can set up by using the setup Jenkins, set up and configure Maven Git, set up Tomcat server, integrate GitHub, Maven, Tomcat with the Jenkins. First we need to integrate. So then create a CI/CD job, then test the deployment. Then test the deployment. So deploy artifacts on the Tomcat server. So from the code commit, so GitHub. So from the GitHub, so we can pull the code. Jenkins will pull the code and deploy the code on the Tomcat server. So with the help of build a Maven code. So build and deploy container. CI/CD with Jenkins, Maven, and Docker. Setting up the Docker environment. Write a Docker file. Create an image and container host and integrate a host with Jenkins. Create a CI/CD Jenkins build deploy a container. So from the here we will deploy it in the first initially we will deploy it in the EC2 instance. So first we will deploy it in the EC2 instance. Then we can deploy it on the Docker. We can deploy it on the Docker. So next from the Docker hub we will deploy it on the Docker by using the Ansible. Yeah, so finally we can deploy it on the deploy artifact on the Kubernetes, deploy artifact on the container, a Docker. So deploy artifact on a container. Deploy artifact on the Tomcat server. First, a simple, easy to instance Tomcat server. Then we can deploy it on the container. So finally, we can deploy it on the Tomcat server. Finally, we can deploy it on the Kubernetes. Kubernetes. CI/CD with Jenkins with Kubernetes, right? Setting up the EKS. So write the pod service and deployment manifest file. Integrate Kubernetes with Ansible. Ansible playbook to create the deployment and service. CI/CD job to build code Ansible deploy on the Kubernetes. Deploy on the Kubernetes. So what is CI/CD? Continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. How does CI and CD works? We already knows, right? So source code, build, then deploying on the staging environment, then production environment. So this is nothing but a CI. This is nothing but a CD. So from the code, so Git took the GitHub and pull it to the Jenkins. So from the Jenkins, we can build the code. Build the code means dot var dot jar. So this is nothing but a CI. So this is nothing but a CD. So copy the artifacts here. Artifact from the Ansible, we take the artifact and push the image to the Docker Hub. So same like as so pull the image to the Kubernetes as a deploy a container. For the continuous development, we need multiple environments with manual interventions, resources to set up the CI/CD pipelines. So we need a free tier CWS account. Yeah, we already have. So GitHub account we already have. Mobile Extreme is nothing but we can put we have already, and Git local version control system. We need to install the Git, right? CI/CD pipeline using Git, Jenkins, Maven. So so once from the GitHub, pull the code, Jenkins, and build the Maven. So this is the first example. Set up the Jenkins server. Set up a Linux EC2 instance. Install Java. Install Jenkins. Right. The question. This question was asked by the last interview, right? Jashwant. So what is a Jenkins servers? So how to install the Jenkins? So to set up the set up a Linux EC2 instance and install the Java and install the Jenkins. So once it is done, start the Jenkins. The service will start the Jenkins and access web UI on port 8080. So port 8080. For that purpose, we need to install the Jenkins server. Jenkins server. Then then so we can install the Jenkins. So we can install the Jenkins, guys. We can install the Jenkins and so install the Java, then Jenkins. So once it is installed, yeah. So access the web UI on port 8080. So we can access the web UI port 8080. So this is the same like as a Jenkins dashboard. Jenkins dashboard. Yeah, we will install the Jenkins, guys.